90.5 The Night, Brookdale Public Radio. Jeff Raspe here with you.
Coming to you
live. Yes, coming to you live with Evan Dando of The Lemonheads.
All right, hello.
Good to see you. Actually, technically good to see you again.
Exactly. We snuck in under the wire weather-wise as well from Brazil.
Yes.
We just got in from Sao Paulo where I've moved.
I was going to mention that some folks probably haven't figured this out yet.
Yeah, you know what? I shouldn't talk about it on the radio. No, it's okay. I moved to Sao Paulo, and it's great because it's just there's more joy there. There's less guilt. There's less paranoia. There's still like a vibrant culture there, and like I don't know. I just love it.
And it's a gorgeous.
I'm in love with a girl there too, and she's here with me.
And it's a gorgeous country, and
Brazil is the country of the future. I mean, no kidding. I mean, like they got water there, you know. Like if it all turns out, if it all goes Costner or whatever, you know, you find me in Brazil with a well, you know, it'll be all right.
And you don't have to worry about New England winters.
I mean, I never worried about them because I like skiing, but I love winter. I come from the land of the ice and snow. To paraphrase, I mean, my ancestors came from the land of the ice and snow. To paraphrase Led Zeppelin.
So we're here with Evan Dando of the Lemonheads because tomorrow night, Tuesday night at Asbury Lanes in Asbury Park, the Lemonheads will be there.
Yeah, and last time Joe Harvard was there, but he's not going to be there this time.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true. Raise a pint for Joe Harvard.
Joe. Yeah.
Before we got too into whatever we're going to end up talking about, I did want to thank you. On behalf of myself and Jesse Mallon, because he and I produce these Clash tribute shows, Joe Strummer tribute shows, and you actually did.
I just lucked into.
You kind of wandered
crashed
in.
It. Yeah, I crashed it. And thank you for letting me crash it. And it was fun. That song was a hard one, but like bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Where do I see in the sky? In Red River, or a place in the sun. From here to eternity. Yeah.
It was
everybody knows. You see,
it was the right profile from London Calling.
Monty's face is broken on the wheel. Is he alive? Can he still feel? Yeah.
So that was, and I mean, you walked in during sound check.
Yeah. It was fun, man.
And we were all just kind of like,
Jesse,
hi.
That was like Jesse's like played the whole album, right? They played London Calling. Yeah.
Yep.
So how's it possible if I sang one song? It's a double album. I guess that's the answer. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that was...
it was Jesse's night, kind of, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a great surprise to have you there. So that was a lot of fun.
And they were giving out those chits. It was cool the way they gave out those chits where you could the little piece of paper that you put marks on. Yeah.
Yes.
That part,
But you are here today to talk about not only the upcoming show at Asbury Lanes on Tuesday night, which is a 30th anniversary celebration of your album, Come On, Feel the Lemonheads.
Yeah, I want to talk about air coming from my lungs, going through my vocal cords, and through my teeth and lips and into this microphone.
Well, that's what we're going to do.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, not really. Not much more to talk about it. So, yeah. We are recording an album right now, as in I'm using the royal we.
Cool.
Because I've been doing everything, and we got 11 songs done, and we're going like crazy. This guy Apollo is producing it. Apollo 9 is named. He was in a band called something about hemp, and he's like. Usually people say, I quit right before they got famous. I quit right before they got arrested. It was funny. But he set the studio up with Roy Cicada from from Lennon. He did a lot of Lennon stuff. He did everybody.
Oh, wow.
But so it's really great. And with this girl down there, I live down there, and it's great.
So you're making it in Sao Paulo?
Making it, whoa, 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 yeah. Heaven on the 7th floor. I've never been so high before, but don't you rescue me, never set me free, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, remember that song?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty bad. Okay, so, baby, come back. Yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah.
Well, we should talk about Come On, Feel the Lemonheads.
Yeah, okay. The ill-fated Come On, Feel the Lemonheads, yeah. No, I'll tell you what. I mean, I wrote that on my notebook for it, because I was like, I'm going to sabotage myself, even if someone can help me. Even if there's plenty of people that See, since then I've developed pronoia, which is like people are secretly doing things behind your back for your benefit all the time, which is totally true. And the more you believe in it, and the more it happens. Like, and you can get my book on the subject for no, I'm just kidding.
But did you think that at the time?
No,
of
what
making
happened was this
Come
guy
On?
had just had this kid was flying to the vineyard next to me. He was like, I just had Castro's. It was '95, and I just had Castro's limo driver. Do you want one of Fidel Castro's cigars? I was like, yeah. And so I took one. And then he was like, pronoia, man, pronoia. People are constantly doing things behind your back for your benefit. So live it, live it.
But in going from "It's a Shame About Ray," which I think is one of the
It's a good one, yeah. It's one of the best Lemonheads records. Sure.
More than just a best Lemonheads album. I think it's one of the best albums ever. And I will always laugh at the fact that it came out at a time when CDs were still relatively new and everybody felt they had to put 80 minutes of stuff on a CD.
Who said,
even if you had 44 minutes
but we had
worthwhile stuff. You guys
and they gave us malarkey about it, They were like Jehoshaphat, Murgatroyd. You can't do this. They didn't use those words.
But it's a perfect 28-something minute album.
I was singing Rubber Soul. Our songs are a little shorter than theirs, but it's like 12 good pop songs, 3 or so minutes to it. Ended up a little. That gave them the leeway to go, hey, you guys, there's these Japanese people that bought The Graduate, and they would really love you to record Mrs. Robinson. Implying we swear we're not going to put it on the album or release it as a single. I mean, they said. They should have said that, But they're like, hey, it's great, like. And we were like, we couldn't stop it. We could not stop that because the head of our management company just had become president. So we're like, we're in this moment, and they're like, things are going to change very soon. You might want to take advantage of all these opportunities. Like, it's a very scary situation. The music industry, you kidding me? Yikes!
Yeah.
I love Danny Goldberg. He's a cool guy, but wow. Wow. Those people do some weird stuff.
Although you did make out.
In the end, Scorsese saved the day.
Yeah.
I wanted more money, but as they say, he's a gangster. He got it cheap. We're crime. Crime don't pay.
So you've now had a Lovey 30th anniversary edition. It's a Shame About Ray 30th anniversary.
Hell tour. I'm not doing that no more.
Now Come On Feel.
I guess.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Oh, I'm broke. That's why.
and by calling Come On Feel the Lemonheads the ill-fated. Come On Feel the Lemonheads. Is that part of why there's 8 30th anniversary shows?
Yes, but I like the album, but I was just like, I needed a little money, so I did the tour so I could make a little bit of money. Literally a little bit of money goes a long way where I live.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this tour to make money. That's it. And I have a great time doing it. I love my job, but this is what I'm doing.
And obviously there will be a lot of people there enjoying
doing
it.
We don't know what's going to happen in the future.
I mean, as quote unquote ill-fated.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
As ill-fated as.
We're hoping some people come to the first show. That's all. Which is on. It's
Tuesday.
Tomorrow night at
Tomorrow.
Asbury Lanes. I don't think is it still a bowling alley or was it ever
there? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A bowling alley, and there are actually still 5 or 6
but they're not
lanes.
Going
but I don't know if they're
I
working
that place
actually.
In Brooklyn, man.
Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah. Thank God we're not playing there ever again. It's probably closed from COVID.
No, it's still open.
Is it? Okay.
But yeah, you're right.
It's no fun. The shows there.
I mean, they have like 30 lanes, and they keep going throughout the show.
I mean, come on, you kidding me? I mean, that's like people bowling right over there and trying to play a rock concert.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's not that
it's awkward.
There's a lot of things rolling around. They're really heavy, and they're on like very live surfaces. Come on, guys. It's a great shtick, and it works, but we don't come back.
But it should be.
Noted that I was also dope sick at the time, so it was really especially annoying.
But
heroin for 2 years now. Thank you.
Good. Yeah. But it is one of those things that it should be up to the artist who's performing that night, whether or not the lanes are open.
Wow, but that would be a lot to ask for people that run a business. And in other words, that's never going to happen.
I guess.
Okay, I think we spent enough time on what's it called? Brooklyn Bowl. Yeah.
Brooklyn Bowl.
God bless you guys. No, it's really not a bad place. I was in a bad mood that night.
Yeah. Evan Dando from the Lemonheads is here with me, Jeff Raspe,
sure
on 90.5 the night. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night at Asbury Lanes, they kick off the 30th anniversary tour of the Come On Feel the Lemonheads album.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I love the album. But,
You do?
I mean,
Okay.
I like it better than Chamber Ray. For me, it's groovier sounding because we were on tour. You know, we were rocking out. The other one's just we rehearsed 1 hour a day for a month, which was great too. You know, Juliana was awesome on bass and David Ryan. And but you know, the other one was a touring band, you know, making a record. It was cool.
Yeah.
And you know, we didn't take any breaks. They're like, well, you know, something bad might happen to either Courtney or Kurt soon, so you might want to get your licks in while you can. You know what I mean? Seriously, that's what they said to us. Those evil ones. Anyway, goodbye, you idiots. Yeah.
You do have your guitar with you.
Excuse me.
Did you want to play anything from Come On Feel the Lemonheads?
Sure, why not? I got 2 songs for you. If I was in the fridge, would you open the door? If I was the grass, would you mow your lawn? If I was your body, would you still wear clothes? If I was a booger, would you blow your nose? Where would you keep it? Would you eat it? I'm just trying to give myself a reason for being around. If I was a front porch swing, would you let me hang? If I was a dance floor, would you shake your thing? If I was a rubber check, would you let me bounce? Up and down inside your bank account. Would you trust me not to break you? I'm just trying really hard to make you notice me being around. If I was a haircut, would you wear a hat? If I was a maid, could I clean your flat? If I was the carpet, would you wipe your feet in time to save me from mud off the street? If you like me, if you love me, would you get down your knees and scrub me? I'm a little grubby, just being around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can try it again. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll keep that. We
Cool,
can keep
okay,
that.
Cool.
Evan Dando from the Lemonheads here with me, Jeff Raspe on 90.5 The Night.
Being around.
Yeah, that was
Tom Morgan. Yeah, we wrote that together.
being around. And actually, that is something that I wanted to ask you about. You and Tom have been writing partners for a long time. Especially back then.
Yeah.
For a lot of great songs.
Yeah.
But he's from Australia.
He sure is. But I mean, I didn't have a home back then. I would just go there whenever I was off tour. I toured for 3.5 years straight and made an album during it. And so they were like, you better get your licks in because things are going to change soon. You know, I'm going to keep saying this and get in trouble, so I'm going to stop now. Guys, you know who you are. They sure do too.
Yes.
Makes me mad sometimes. I'm talking about Rancid, of course. Yeah.
But the
that's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah.
Okay.
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 I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
But that was, and I've had sort of similar conversations with folks who sort of
The
were
music industry's evil.
Well, besides the industry being evil, but were in that time, like the late '80s to the mid '90s, when it seemed like all the labels were at least willing to take a chance on something that was a little left of center. And whether they were all tax write-offs or who knows. But
we all got big, man. All of us. We all, like, all of my friends in this little group of people, like, Beat Happening possibly didn't get that big. Like, they didn't really want to, but, you know, Super Chunk, like, Sepido, like, you know, Dino, and you know, all of our friends, they were already big, but like, I'm talking about Babes in Toyland, people who stayed in, all the people we stayed in with on our first tour, they all got big. Everyone got signed and got some money, you know, so it was cool.
Yeah.
It's called being in the right place at the right time and being a little talented. You know, you get your chance in life, whatever you're doing, and if you're ready for it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like off the air, I mentioned that years ago I worked with Miracle Legion.
Yeah.
And they got to make a record. Mark Mulcahy. Yep.
Great guy.
Yeah, they got to make a record 90, 91
Yeah.
with Morgan Creek, which was a movie company that wanted to get into the record business.
Right.
So they had, for the only time in their career, a seemingly unlimited budget.
Cool.
So they brought in, John Porter, who produced the Smiths records, and a gospel choir from L.A., and they recorded in L.A., and Ian McLagan.
That's really cool. Wait a minute. Who am I thinking of? Okay, this is important. He's from Jersey, and he was sort of friends with those guys. But he used to come up and hang out in Boston. Oh, my God, there's a lot of people like that. Damn it. And he liked my song. We played a gig together once called The Saddest Songs Ever with Hans Plotzkumer from H.P. Zinker. Oh, man, I can't think of this guy's name. But he was a really sort of big Jersey sort of singer-songwriter. Not that big, but...
Oh, wow.
Well, anyway, there we go. That was pointless.
I'll have to ask Mark about that.
Yeah. I can play the 8 is Enough soundtrack song. Just quick, it's pretty quick. Grant Goody wrote it. Anyway. Or we could... Oh, this is really sad because this guy I hung out with a bunch, and it was a long time ago, and I'll find out who he was. And I'll
send
it off in a letter to myself.
And 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll suddenly remember who it was.
You will, right? He did a double album. I got to say that. I remember that for sure about him. Okay, dark hair, like really nice guy, really willing to hang out. Like would hang out with, came and hung out a bunch up in Boston and talked to everyone, including Joe Harvard. And he was like it's quite revered. He was doing his thing.
Oh man.
Okay, we'll get it. Eric something. Anyway.
But there was so, and you sort of half joked.
It's like Harvard. Sorry. That's the third one. Okay, I got stopped. His name is like Harvard. It's like Cornell, not Chris Cornell. But there's another, or like is it Barnard? I don't know. His last name is a college. That I think is true. And
okay.
Let's do this some other time.
Now we'll figure it out. Yeah. But again, before we got on the air, sort of during sound check and just sort of noodling around, you've been playing a lot of songs that aren't yours.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I do that.
I wanted to ask you about that because that's something the Lemonheads have done since
I'm not hung up on it. Like,
the very early days. You guys have done covers, whether it was just to have fun with it.
It was always a girl. So we automatically different. So we did Luca, Strange. We did different drum. We would never do a song. That's why it was so annoying when we did Mrs. Robinson because it didn't fit the thing. We did. I'm gonna get along without you now. Patience and Prudence. Like that duet from the '40s. It was never a guy song ever. We'd never cover a guy singing because easier mathematically for us to get it a little different. And then we don't change the gender.
Yeah.
Because why bother? It's a song and it's a person singing it. Who cares? It's like gonna get along without you now. We did that. Got along without you before I met you. Me and Lou Giordano did that during the Gulf War. The Scud missiles. We recorded one of the Scud missiles. That song.
Jeez.
And I played everything on it. So I did the Gilligan's Island part. The weather's starting getting rough part on the drums anyway. Yeah.
But it got me I'm sure over the years people have thought, oh, they just did that one so that it got into a movie. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We know which one that was.
I don't know. You know what? Yeah.
But what it made me think was that you, in particular, are like the prototypical record nerd. Like it didn't matter. It didn't matter what genre it was. It didn't matter.
No,
if it was embarrassing, if it was an obvious attempt to be cool.
You got me looking at that heaven in your eyes. I was chasing your direction. I was telling you no lies, and I was loving you. Make it shine, make it, baby. I know. Andy Gibb. I'll sing Andy Gibb. I'll do whatever. I want to go home, but I want to slide. Give up life is a bad mistake. I'll do it all. I like to make. At first. I got into Smith the way someone who wants to get into heroin first starts on Suboxone. I made fun of him first, and then I was like, "Oh my God, there must be something to this if I keep doing it." Yeah, the devil will find work for idle hands. I can do it really well. Yeah.
Well, do you want to do one of the ones you've been playing today?
Yeah, I'll do the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it normal. Yeah. Should I just do it? Yeah. safe I walk from the crowd. Into your arms, whoa, into your arms I can go. And if I should fall, I know I won't be alone anymore. I know a place where I can go when I'm alone. Into your arms, whoa, into your arms I can go. I know a place where safe I walk from the crowd. Into your arms, whoa, into your arms I can go. And if I should fall, well, I know I won't be alone anymore. I know a place where I can go when I'm alone. Into your arms, whoa, into your arms I can go. I can go. All right. Well, you know.
All right.
It's a little early in the night. I'm a little old. I kind of hit the notes. Yeah.
I'm glad you actually picked that one because I bet that's a song that a lot of folks don't even know is a cover.
Well, the object here is to make some money, so yeah, let's do it.
Because that I discovered in reading.
I'm not in it for the artistic thrills.
I discovered in reading up that is
Robin St. Clair. Well,
yes, yeah. Robin St. Clair from the Hummingbirds.
Love Physicians. Yeah, the band was called the Love Physicians. Yeah.
But
it was
that
almost like I didn't. I mean, my friend hates me for this, but who it's about Nick Dalton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's.
So he was like, "It's not a cover. It's a love. I mean, it is a cover. It's a Love Physicians cover, and it is. Check out the original. It's way better. It's called, but I heard it. I was like, "Sorry guys." I'm not sorry guys. They were like, "Yeah, all right." And that was my Australian phase. You know, that was those two albums. I was in Australia the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm in Brazil.
So that is that going to?
I have a new song. I got this thing about the Southern Hemisphere. No, I don't.
Well, that's right. They're both in the Southern Hemisphere.
Oh yeah.
But is living in Brazil
inspiring,
influencing this new album?
Yeah. Oh, please, come on. I mean, my wife's father wrote this song, and it's like I'm just gonna play just a little bit of the chorus, okay? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So pira por a nossa Senhora dia Aparecida, ilumina-me na escura funda trem da minha vida. Soy caipira, pira por a nossa Senhora dia Aparecida, ilumina-me na escura funda trem da minha vida. I'm a country person, you know. Yeah, it's hard to. I don't know what it means, but it's good, and the verses are even better. But I'm a country dude, and something about the saint, you know, and then it's the train of my life, something about that. It's beautiful. It's like,
and that's a big song there.
That was a huge song. It's a huge song. He wrote it, and right near where we live, they caught Joseph Mengele. Also, Elis Regina lived there too. And the Os Mutantes had their studio there.
Ah.
So it was like a Topanga Canyon, and it will be again. It's like 40 minutes out of town. It's so nice.
It was the Brazilian Canyon.
It is amazing, man.
Cool. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Well, it's been really fun. Thank you.
Looking forward to tomorrow night, Tuesday night at Asbury Lanes, the start of the Come On Feel the Lemonheads 30th anniversary tour.
Come on down. You will either be impressed or not impressed.
And full disclosure, we actually are doing this at Lakehouse Recording Studios in Asbury Park as well.
Yeah.
So thanks to everyone in at Lakehouse. Eric, who came in to engineer, Ashley, who helped set it up.
It's really
John, the big boss man.
It's really a day before. Sorry, I
the other
full
Evan.
disclosure. Yeah, the other Evan. Thank you, Evan.
And also your managers, Reed and David, your managers, for actually coming up with this idea. I didn't expect you to have the time to do this.
Come up with the idea. Say, hey, let's do an interview. Okay.
I mean, obviously, I knew the show was coming up, but I didn't.
That's what they do.
I never expected you to have the time.
Usually, they're a bunch of scoundrels. These guys are great. No, really, they can be really bad news and not really. But these guys are just trying to think of, make it work. Mm-hmm.
So this is good, and it's a short 30th anniversary tour. Oh, I should probably also mention.
Yeah.
So there's Tuesday in Asbury Park at Asbury Lanes with Willie Mason. Then Wednesday at the TLA in Philadelphia, again with Willie Mason. And then Sunday at Racket in New York City, the old Highline Ballroom, with Willie as well.
You know who his great-great-grandfather was? William James.
Really?
Yeah. It skips a generation. The kid's a genius.
I did not know that.
I mean, he's one of the top. Every New Yorker. It's so annoying. I don't know. Everyone. I shouldn't talk about it, but sorry, Willie. But it's really wild. I mean, William James. Every article you read brings him up. I mean, he's like he invented psychiatry. It's just, and his brother was the guy that wrote. Daisy Miller. Henry James. Anyway, they were like the top echelon of like cool people in the world, and still are. Anyway, and come see Willie if you just want to. No, I mean if you come out to see Willie, man. It's worth it.
Yeah,
he's incredible.
So again, thank you, Evan, for taking the time to hang out with us. You want to do one on the way out?
Is that right? You said I was going to do.
Yeah.
Play me groovies. Oh, I should do my new song, actually.
Oh?
Right? Yeah, we were going to do that. This is called Fear of Living. I wrote it with Dan Lardner, a Jersey boy who died.
Oh.
I wrote, he wrote most of it, but I wrote the Lemonheads parts. It's called Fear of Living by it's going to come out as Lemonheads in February. By nurses, these wounds will heal. There are worse things than waiting for a scar to appear. I'm sick of grudges. In fact, I just feel ill, and I'm hanging around till afternoon. Right now, I'm mostly casting shadows. Life is short and unforgiving. I only fear the living. Life is short and unforgiving. I only fear the living. Rhododendrons sent from a friend from some garden with a note saying sorry that I couldn't be there. I know you're lonely and it's just not fair. I could really use a pick-me-up. I'm not complaining, I'm just always tired. Life is short and unforgiving. I only fear the living. I smell something like my mother's perfume. It made me miss myself and early mornings. Well, I'm not the type to say it's half full. I think it's what's left, so I'll enjoy it. Well, I saw a dime font back page, full stop, incorporate the bottom half, add space, priced each word, printing it meant nothing. I only fear the living. Life is short and unforgiving. I only